And the foreign aid deal is just one of the many topics being discussed from Capitol Hill.
Joining us now with more insight into what's happening is Illinois Representative Eric Sorensen. Good morning, Eric. Thank you so much for joining us.
Always good to be with you.
Absolutely. Now, Eric, let's talk about the foreign aid package. There's money going towards Ukraine, Taiwan, and Israel. This was legislation that you voted yes towards. That legislation also could ban TikTok, and the president says he'll sign it today. The last time we spoke, you said despite voting yes, you didn't think TikTok would actually be banned. Do you feel the same today?
Right. Actually, this legislation it builds out a longer runway to get the divestiture from ByteDance. And so one of the things that lawmakers have been talking about is how quickly such a sale could occur. And 160 days probably isn't long enough. So the runway needs to be built for a longer time frame, but then it also gives the president, so this would be after the election, the president the opportunity to change things as needed. So actually, I think this is actually a piece that we needed in the original legislation. It actually just makes it better.
And so, Eric, in the fallout of some of these agreements, there are some Republicans upset or disappointed maybe in Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. Now, normally this wouldn't really be unusual, but we just saw the previous Republican Speaker impeached. So do you think that backlash is going to actually reach the same degree it did with former Speaker Kevin McCarthy?
You know, I think looking back last night at what happened in the Senate, you look at the overwhelming support of this package by Senate Republicans. So Senate Republicans coming together with Democrats to pass that through the Senate. Now it goes to the president's desk. And now look back to what we did in the House of Representatives and the fact that we had such a smaller percentage of Republicans and more of those Republicans speaking out against the speaker. One thing that I'm concerned with was the speaker was against these policies and this funding until he had the information, until he started getting the classified briefings, and then his perspective changed. And so I look at the Speaker of the House and say, he's got more information on this than I do. If his perspective changed to the positive for us to be able to fund this, then I need to make sure that I'm on the right side as well.
All right, Eric, switching gears now. A lot of talk happening on Capitol Hill on border security. You have a planned trip coming up to the border. Tell us a little bit about that and also what solutions lawmakers are hoping to put in place.
Well, look, I mean, this is such a politically charged issue this year. It's not a political issue for me. It's how we best solve the situation. And from day one, I've said that we need to secure the border, but we need to make sure that there is a pathway for those who want to immigrate to our country and follow our laws. And so tomorrow I'll be heading down to the southern border to be able to take part in a bipartisan delegation. It's important to have Republicans and Democrats there to be able to observe this firsthand, because I believe that we will both sides be able to come back with a formulation of what we need to do. And I am a co-sponsor of the Dignity Act, which is bipartisan legislation that would help give us that immigration reform. But then also I have pursued different amendments that would have added Customs and Border Protection agents, also talking about the fentanyl that's coming across the border. And also I've talked with local law enforcement here about their concerns as well. So I'll be bringing all of that up in this bipartisan delegation here this week.
And we'll be interested to see what comes out of that. Now, lastly, a lot of people are talking about former President Donald Trump's criminal trial going on right now. Is that something that lawmakers are keeping an eye on? And do you think this could potentially have an impact on the political climate, depending on what happens?
I'll be honest with you. I'm not paying attention to that at all. I mean, it's the issues here for Illinois 17. I'm more interested yesterday morning, waking up early to be at the Quad City Airport, talking with our veterans on the honor flight to hear what they want me to do for them, as opposed to seeing the shiny object that's happening in New York City and focused on that. We've got to put our feet down on the ground here and get the work done for the people.
All right. Thank you so much, Eric. Now, hey, next time you're in town, just come into the studio.
You got it.
All right. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.